Lady of the Hollow, true, when I was in my early teens, my dad would drag us to Kentucky every chance he got, 10 hours each way. It seemed to me most of our trip was driving. Finally we would arrive at Aunt Lainey's home. God, I loved her, she had 9 kids. My cousin Ronnie decided that he would tell us about an urban legend called the Devil Lady of Trace-Licking Hollow, or Holler as he liked to pronounce it. Ronnie shared with us the following. Up on the outer ridge of this hollow way above the tree line lived a bitter old woman who hated everyone and everything. She was so full of hate that she started doing things to her neighbors. She took pets. When she would pass a neighbor on the road as they were walking beside the road, she would try to take a swipe at them. As this woman got older, she started looking into people's windows, scaring everyone, but she would always disappear by the time any of the family would come out of their house. Then one family had had enough. The father grabbed his hunting rifle and made the hike up to the ridge where the old lady lived. When he entered her property, something was not right. It was too quiet. Then he saw her laying out in the middle of her small garden, dead. Dead for a very long time. How could she be still, terrorizing the whole hillside? He also told me to stay away from the windows in the deepest part of night. I said okay, thinking this was just a ploy to get me to go to sleep and not get out of bed. You see, I'm a night owl, my mother says. I have been that way since I was in her womb. So I walk upstairs and get into bed, and I cannot go to sleep. I start reading a book that I brought. The last chimes I remember were 3. I turn over and look towards the window. And I freeze there. In the second floor bedroom window was this hideous face I have ever seen. Matted long hair, skin so thin that some was there and some just was not. Red eyes, yellow teeth. On the hag's head were horns. I was frozen. I did not know what to do. I threw the blankets over my head and just kept praying the old hag would go away. The next morning I came down for breakfast and my aunt looked at me and said, "How did you sleep?" I said okay, I guess, and when my aunt left the room, my cousin Ronnie looks at me and says, "Buffy, she always knows what's going on in her holler." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button to support my work. And as always, enjoy the fear, my dear.